Hi guys, I'm back, and it is day 2 of my charity shop walkabout, and I am in Staffordshire. Well, I am in Stoke-on-Trent today. So yeah, I was meant to go to Stoke-on-Trent first, but I ended up going to like Tameside and Ash and everything. But I think I've already spoken about that in my previous video. But yeah, I basically had a bit of a shop round, tried to hit as many charity shops as I could, tried to record them because I keep forgetting to like whip out my phone. But as what was obvious in my previous video, it's like basically giving the Hulk a smartphone because it was so kind of like wobbly, and the wind did. I tried to do like a narration, and the wind kind of like overtook my voice, and all you could hear was like like, so basically you've got me narrating over my footage. Yeah, it was a good day actually. It was a good kind of like trawl. Not the best I've ever had, but it was alright. It was fine. Basically, I started off in a place called Longton. That was like my go-to, and so this is the precinct. That's Salvation Army. I didn't even bother going in there because I know exactly what things are priced. It's called Too High. This is the Animal Lifeline place. This is a really good little unknown charity shop, and I have found a couple of bits in there. They're really good for like DVDs. They usually do like 4 DVDs for £1 on it. You usually get some decent ones. Yeah, this is the Bernardo's. Now this Bernardo's, I ended up finding the Disney comforter, and it's like Lady and the Tramp one. It was the Tramp one, and it was in that bucket there, and it was they do an offer. It's just on that green bucket there. It's buy one get one free, so it's not £1.99. It's like 99p each, which are really good. And they do a ridiculous sale on this Bernardo's. I think it's like once a month on a Sunday or Saturday. It's like everything's half price. So basically all clothing's £1.99, so half price it's like £1. Like all clothing's £1. And they have some decent stuff for specifically the area. I mean, if you can't tell, this area is quite a little bit run down, to say the least. The precinct. Oh, this Age UK, this is where I found my Disney plate, my Hercules plate for 60p. This also has the bin that has 25p items where you can get, and I've literally just sold a Peruna top there for £10 that I got for 25p, so I'm pretty chuffed about that. But yeah, this is basically like the bottom shelf, far left bottom shelf. That's basically where they have all the 60p things. Oh, this scope, this is where I found what's that penguin called? Monty the Penguin from John Lewis, and it was on there for £2, and I was like, I sold it for, I think it was like £39.99. Okay, this is Mia, and it's there's not a lot going on in Mia. There's like 3 charity shops. That Dougie Mac, that's like the big charity shop around here, and it's humongous. And basically, I do quite well from there. But they definitely know what they have. Checking eBay and that, they definitely know what they got. Yeah, there was a Children's Society, and I got a Ferrari t-shirt there, and it's a double X, so I might keep it, or it's I don't know, I should sell it. Yeah, this is the shop that did the 10p clothing in November, and they also do some really good toys. Like I found a load of Polly Pocket stuff for like £1.50, and I ended up selling it for like 30 odd quid. It's ridiculous. Yeah, so but certain things, like they say, oh, there's a sale on, and they say all clothes, and then in very small print they said except t-shirts, jumpers, cardigans, sportswear, and it's like, oh, for God's sake. So yeah. Okay, now I'm in Hanley, and that's like the main town in Stoke-on-Trent at the moment. Yeah, look at this Godzilla walking through town. No, this is another Age UK, and it's okay. I just go in there just to check, because you never know. Salvation Army, that's another one where I'm like, I avoid, but this one is not so bad. They actually do have like, in terms of like, for men's clothing, they do actually do alright. I mean, this is the thing, as of like a reseller, you've got to think of, you've got like a switch in your head where you think, oh, for yourself this is a really good price, but for reselling it's like, I'm not going to get anything from it, that kind of mentality. But I do like to check in, because they do, I don't know why, they get decent clothes, like Guess and Guide for London, and I found quite a lot of Henry Lloyd. Oh, this shop, sale on now. Now, they say it's a sale on. This is all year round. It's nothing special. It's basically all clothes £1, and I get some really good bargains in this place. For me as well, but like for reselling, I mean, I got, what did I get? I found 2 Ted Baker shirts for £1. Hello. I mean, it's crazy. But then they have like a pair of hush puppies, like really really worn hush puppies for like a tenner. I'm like, ugh. Okay, this next charity shop, I love it. It's called Rummages, and it's basically it's hard to explain. Two charity shops came together to try and, you know, benefit both of them by opening up another charity shop in town, and it's basically now it's run by one charity shop. Big whole thing. Anyway, everything is £1 or less, and I have found so much stuff. This has been like one of my favourite kind of charity shops. Okay, going from one of my favourite to one of my like least favourites. Well, not least favourites, because I do actually like what they've done. They basically put all the books in one charity shop, if you can see on the left, and that is like is it the RSPCA or yeah, and basically like it's basically like an indie bookshop, it feels like, and then all the rest of the stuff, which is a really good idea, because British Heart Foundation, they've done it with furniture. If you haven't noticed, they've got their own furniture shops, and then the rest is just like the usual stuff. Now the normal shop didn't have a sale on, but the bookshop basically had everything, all stock 50% off, which I loved. Okay, this is just like a little wander through Hanley. I'm going to I think it's the PDSA. It's like a vet one. It's like another animal charity. And yeah, I probably found like 2 or 3 items here, but it's just like, I think it's like the better priced charity shop out the RSPCA one and this one. I think the RSPCA one is like a bit extortionate. They had like DVDs for like £3, honestly. Yeah, sale. It's not a sale. It just lies. Well, they're not lies. They're like, they've got like all their Christmas stock. That's the only thing that's on sale. It's ridiculous. Okay, so now I'm in a place called Tunstall, and it is like North Stoke-on-Trent, I want to say. It's yeah, it's another place where it's quite run down. It's the old ceramic and potteries factories, and it's basically, you know, the industry has been decimated over the past like 20-30 years. So yeah, the one that I'm going to is like it's a new find actually. I've only been to this like twice before, and I found a couple of bits, but it's a church charity shop. Excuse me, and it's not bad price actually. I've been to a church charity shop where it was like literally they were pricing things well over eBay prices, and this one it's correct pricing, I think. This is actually a Salvation Army, but like they've had the door bashed in, which is annoying, but it's a signal of like the area. It's quite a rough area. I say rough, it's not as rough as I know it. I mean, I grew up in Manchester, so you know, it's actually quite a normal area for me. But yeah, this is a really good charity shop in my opinion. The Salvation Army as well, they're very hit and miss, but you know, this one in particular is actually really well priced. Okay, just a quick reminder, I completely forgot to record certain charity shops, mainly because you know, the time was running out. But yeah, this one with the green shop front, this is one I used to go to quite a lot, and I used to have really good finds in there, but recently it's been getting like the quality has been going down and the price has been going up. Yeah, a lot of Matalan and Primark stuff going for like £4 or £5 each. I'm like, no. Just popping in to the shelter, and basically that was a bust. Everything's just so expensive in shelter, I find, which is ridiculous because it's for like, you know, housing and homeless people, and yeah, I don't know. The Bernardo's one, this one particular is it's like they think it's an actual retail shop, but I'm not bitching about Bernardo's, because I think certain Bernardo stores are really, really good. Like the one in Longton is a lot better than this one, which is strange. Yeah, I'm not really doing a haul at the end of it. I'm gonna maybe wait until I've sold things and then just do a sales report. This is just basically like a walkabout. Now, it's not the only place in Staffordshire. I do shop in like, where is it, like Leek and Stone and Stafford Centre in particular, but yeah, this is just like some of the places where I hit along my way, you know, when I'm it'll basically in the area, my regular kind of like haunts. And I do find some really good stuff, and being in the potteries area, it's got that like legacy and that heritage of like, you know, the Port Mary and the Royal Dalton, Royal Albert, all that kind of stuff, and the Spode, you know, and you can pick up some really good like finds, but basically it's very few and far between, because I think it has been picked over quite a lot, like the entire area, through like resellers and like, you know, antique finders and, you know, charity shop hunters, those sort of people like us, people like me. But yeah, so it's very hit and miss, but it's still, you can find some cracking finds, and they're like, in terms of like area, very similar to Ashton. I find, if you watch my first video, on my day one of the charity shop walkabout. And bear in mind, these aren't like consecutive days. These have been like a couple of days in between as well, like listing and whatnot. You know, I don't just continually go out shopping. Because I went out into Crewe, and that's going to be my day 3. It's going to be Cheshire. I'm going to try and do it in terms of like counties. So like, you know, I've done Tameside, doing Staffordshire. I'm going to do Cheshire, and then I'm going to do Manchester, and yeah, maybe like Warrington. I don't know. Or maybe Derbyshire. Actually, I can do Derbyshire. Yeah. So I hope you liked it, and yeah, if you've got any kind of like ideas of where I should go next, just like point me in the right direction. I don't mind having a wander, and I want to get like an actual GoPro and stabilizer for my phone, because it really is like, you know, it's ridiculous, like the Michelin Man walking around with like the tiniest little camera. Anyway, yeah, so like and subscribe, and I'll chat to you soon. Bye.